Cool.
You're live.
Well, yay.
We're
All right.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Before we hop in, this is where you guys can do your little just explanation of your character, what they look like, so everybody can just have that mental image, kind of give a little debrief, because you guys have worked together for a little while. You are the Praetorian Guard, after all. So, good old Hymus, you can go first. We'll start at the bottom.
Hymnus.
Oh, Hymnus, sorry. Hymnus.
Good
Helps
old
if you read it,
Hyman.
right? Hyman. L'chaim.
Hymnus Timothus Larkspus.
Yes.
So when he's not wearing armor, usually he doesn't, but today he will be because it's gonna be a big thing. But he looks like Ord from Dragon Tales.
Oh my.
But instead of being blue or turquoise, he's straight emerald green.
Okay.
And I have spent some time editing this in MS Paint. He has some blue spots, as you can see. No, actually, he's not named from ancestry, but rather his parents are rather religious dragonborn. And so they named him after important figures in, I guess, recent. I don't know how far after events, but they named him after important figures in the Empire. But they just twisted them just a little bit. Partly because of bastardization and partly because they just wanted to be careful about it. But actually, the fun thing is his family name is Hymnus.
Cool.
And then the other two names are ones added to that. But he goes by Hymnus. Because he's the only one at this rank. He is a cheerful healer. Although there is a dark twist if you get on his wrong side, but he is a cheerful healer. And yeah, he enjoys being able to bring people back from the brink or even just heal them. And I'm not sure what type of further description you want from that.
No, that's great. Awesome. Cool. All right, Harpy.
Harpy, mother of monsters, is a 46-year-old mother of two who are also paladins, just not as strong as she is. She's currently her family matriarch by virtue of being the strongest in the family. And she has gold, somewhat scaly skin and big black and purple wings. And, yes. She's very cool.
Awesome. Coolio. Caliban.
And big black and purple.
Yes. Caliban. Let's see if I can actually get this to work now. Caliban is an interesting case. He was raised in the capital itself by some of the original Praetorian Guard, Daku, Void, and the Emperor Prometheus himself. He's a bit of a loner, an only child, as far as people know, because no one really knows where he comes from, just some random orphan in the palace. Now he is the Scourge Hand, Inquisitor Extraordinaire of the Empire. If you have questions, he'll find the answers.
Awesome. Mr. Kane.
How do you do the profile pic thing again? Is it just profile?
It's just it's exclamation portrait.
Portrait. Okay. Kane is a half-orc barbarian. He is approximately 7.5 feet tall and
boy.
has probably 0.05% body fat. He has countless scars covering him from head to toe, but very few on his back. He was raised amongst orcs, was ultimately exiled because he challenged a chief for the right to lead, and then he killed the chief, and they didn't want him to lead anymore anyway, so he just kind of left. And he spent most of his life wandering the astral plane. When he dons his armor, most of him is covered, but all of his armor is very gith and star motifed, and he has a bright red cape that accompanies all of that.
Cool. Wonderful. All right. Astra.
All right, Astra. Looks different depending on the day. But she's she's youngish. Well, she's got a small daughter called Snowdrop at home who's yes. Who's like just learning to talk. Mhm. Her family hails from I'm trying to think if this from a place called, or used to be called, I don't know where it is in the timeline, Splinter Cove. And she's very knowledgeable about things of magic. Her family's had a lot of lucky breaks, that there was a legend that someone must have made a Fae deal. So she's researched that. She thinks it's probably not true because usually the Fae want something in return, and there's been no sign of that. And yeah.
Awesome. Woo!
Woof.
Fantastic. Well, with all the pleasantries out of the way, let's get ready to rumble. All right, Lingbot. Let's
She also has a wife. Unlike any of my previous characters, I think.
Settle down.
Actually settle down.
That's true.
What?
All right. So, it is the Imperial log year date 12,445, post-Imperial founding. At some point, tomorrow won't be an option anymore. These were the last words spoken to man by our God Emperor Prometheus. I am High Inquisitor Alicia Magnum. I write these words for Imperial records. These words are never to be given to Imperial citizens. If I had it my own way, no one would ever hear these words, for I fear the knowledge contained within could cause people to begin to research the things that we have spent so long trying to eradicate. However, all future Praetorians and defenders of the Empire must know, in order to not repeat the same mistakes we have made in the past. All information of gods, demons, the undead, and the void shall be extinguished from all minds and all records. I hope that the ignorance of such matters will bring peace and prosperity to this empire that our God has spent so much time trying to achieve. I was there. I was there during our great empire's darkest day. 1,200 years of pain, hatred, darkness, and blood. I lived through each century. I lived through the years of reoccurring darkness that transpired every 100 years. 6 days every 100 years where the Empire almost perished. 6 days where blood was given to stop the Empire's destruction. 6 days where the heroes of that century were lost and forgotten to keep peace and harmony. 6 days where blood was shed. 6 days to celebrate the death of the only heroes who would not be forgotten, and the ones they loved. 6 days every 100 years, accumulating a total of 12 times. I was there. I was there on the last day when the golden reign of hope and peace turned to blood. This is their story. Let's get a slight change of music.
Beautiful opening.
Thank you.
I'm scared.
I also am scared.
I know no fear.
Caliban.
I lied.
Describe describe your interrogation chamber for everybody.
If you didn't know what this room was used for, when you walk in, you would feel a great sense of peace. Be very reminiscent of a temple. For in fact, this room is a temple. It is beautiful, yet stark. White stone everywhere. A single white stone bench, almost like an altar, at the front of the room. Or I guess back of the room, since it's away from the door. The only disconcerting thing is the amount of shackles and chains next to the bench. Attached to the floor, around the bench in odd variations. For this is a temple to those who were lost. Specifically to the heroes who were lost at the end of the Six. A place where those who have the answers that are needed in the Empire can send up their prayers of pain. A multitude of thanks as they share their knowledge with the Scourge Hand, Caliban.
Now, if you were to have someone in here, or would they be chained to the wall, on the table? What's that setup look like?
It depends upon what stage of repentance they were in.
What would it be if this was a high-ranking member of the society?
A high-ranking member of the society would be given many chances to repent. And so at this stage, they would probably be shackled, kneeling at the altar.
Shackled, kneeling at this altar, looking beaten and on the cusp of broken. Sweat and blood rolling down his face. You see this withered, middle-aged man wearing only the rags that you've given him, unable to move because of the chains. His hair is matted and greasy, stuck to his face. As you stand looking at him, his head is bowed down before you, but his eyes are raised, locking into yours, and you just see these two black, bottomless pits. As there's this defiant smile. They said you were the scourge. Said you could get anyone to talk. Many plans have had to be changed because of you. I'm impressed. Caliban. He coughs and spits out some blood on the altar.
Ban will walk up, as opposed to how this repentant sinner looks. Caliban is dressed clean. He's kept very formal and tidy for the most part. He'll just take his hand and he'll slide it through the blood that was just spit on his altar. And he'll take a taste. And he'll lean down. You know, this doesn't sound. This doesn't sound like the sorrow I taste here. But you don't sound repentant enough. You don't sound ready yet. You don't taste ripe. Which is interesting. Because you look so good with that beautiful smile of yours.
My mother always did say it was one of my best features.
That is very good. It is very important to know a mother's love and to remember the things that they loved us for. Not
Do you
everyone.
remember your mother?
And I just grab him by the face, by the mouth, squeezing it so hard that he can't move it. And I said, I was not finished. Not everyone gets memories of their mothers. And I squeeze just a little bit harder. Not everyone has memories with their loved ones for long. Because people like you rob them of that. Now, what am I to do in times like this? And just very nonchalantly, I'll take my other hand, and I'll just put it on a tooth and apply some pressure. You know, smiles never quite come back as good, even when regenerated. Did you know your teeth never come back quite the same? And I'll just begin to push it into his mouth. Now, before you say more, I would just like you to remember our previous conversation. I'm simply asking where some of your friends are. I would like to give them the opportunity. I would like to give them the chance to beg forgiveness. And I'll just release the tension in my hand so that he can talk again.
Moves his jaw back and forth a little bit. Do you mind telling me, answering just one or two questions first? All you want will be told to you. What do you remember of your mother, Caliban?
Good question. You see, I don't have any memories of my mother. I have
Is it
memories
not
of
true?
mother figures in my life. You know, Void was a great teacher of many things. She taught me how to utilize things like pain and fear, the malice in the heart of another.
She wields those weapons well.
She wields
That's all
them
she
with love.
knows. Oh, there's no love there. She is but a young girl.
And I would
Scared.
like to make an unarmed attack on him.
Uh-huh. You don't even have to roll.
Okay, cool. I want to do it non-lethally though, because I don't know how much.
Oh, of course.
Okay, good.
Of course.
I just
Of course.
I don't want to kill him yet.
Yeah.
Do not speak rudely of her. She is my
I speak
family,
but
after all.
oh, Caliban. In our weeks here together, you know me by now. You know I only speak the truth. I've never once lied to you. There's no point in lying.
Yet you
Second
still don't
question.
answer my questions.
I said I would. I'm a man of my word. Second question. If you were to be the last one of your family alive, what would you do to bring them back?
Whatever is in my power to bring them back, which is nothing. I would mourn for them, and I would seek justice if justice was necessary.
Last question. What time is it, Caliban? I've been in here for weeks, and I've lost my sense of time.
DM, I would like to make an insight check. This doesn't feel like a normal question.
Oh, it absolutely is not. What's your passive insight? You don't even have to.
Oh, my passive insight? 21.
Yeah, no, this is absolutely a normal question.
Can I get a
he's
vibe? Like, what kind of...
he's try- he's leading you down a path. That's kind of the vibe. He's setting something up.
I think it's time to repent.
Huh? You keep using that word, but you've not told me what I need to do.
Tell me where more of your friends are.
Right as soon as you tell me the time, I'll tell you where 4 of them are. These
DM,
ones.
do we have clocks?
Yeah, they're. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Zero of clogs. Oh
I'll
boy.
just go, I'll like check my pockets for like, hold on. And I'll pull a small like pocket watch out, and I'll open it up. What time is it, DM?
You tell me. You just go with it. This is what we're
Okay.
going for.
It is so late. 2:57 in the morning.
I was off by 13 seconds. Shame. Coughs up a little bit more blood. Well, assuming you're honest with me, I'll let you know. 1, friend of mine. Somewhere that you won't be able to get to in time. Paying one of your friends quite a visit. Right about now. Another, assuming I've accounted for time dilation properly, within 15 minutes or so should be coming around, checking up on a friend of yours and people he's visiting. The third, well, they're quite busy right now. Gathering the ones that we need. The fourth, well, the fourth's probably going to die here in just a second. That Astra you have, she's a sneaky one. But well, not sneaky enough. Have I sufficiently repented, Net?
No. But I don't think you get the opportunity to anymore. And I'm just gonna draw my short sword and stab him through the throat.
Yeah, that will be an attack.
Okay. Does a 31 hit?
That hits.
Cool. That's 15 piercing, magical piercing damage.
Okay. Where are you going for?
Oh, his throat, just through the throat.
Okay. As it pierces through, blood begins to trickle out of his mouth. His eyes just remain locked onto yours. That smile, unwavering, as he falls to the ground. The blood quickly starts turning black and begins pooling around him.
I should probably. Do we have, like, I don't know, sending stones or, like, communication earrings or anything like that as a group?
Of course, you guys do. Yes.
Cool. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna turn it on and I'm just gonna go, hey, Astra, you're about to be attacked. Just so you should just be aware. The society is coming.
Astra, you're not going to get this message because you're
Because I'm on a different
plane right now.
Mhm.
Yep.
Damn it, Astra! You're supposed to keep your satellite stone on. I'll message everyone else afterwards, and I'll go, hey, just so you know, Astra's gonna get attacked, and maybe other ones too. He wasn't very repentant. And that's exactly as it'll go, and I'll just pass it on to everyone, and I'll go, well, this is very disappointing.
Sounds good.
And I will...
The only ones to get it immediately, the only one, I should say, is Harpy. Everybody else is in a different plane of existence right now. What are you doing now? As you sent that message.
So, if I'm understanding this right, Astra's getting attacked by two of them? Or just one of them?
Sounded like just one.
Okay, and I'm not quite sure I understood who the other one was checking up on in 15 minutes.
Yeah, at least said. Just said he, so.
Okay, good, because you were cutting out, so I wasn't quite sure. He.
Oh, sorry.
Who could he be? I should probably... So, okay, at the beginning, you mentioned the last words that Prometheus spoke to anyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that include the Praetorian Guard?
You'll find out.
Hasn't happened yet.
Okay, so that hasn't happened. That's okay. That's what I'm trying to make.
Yeah, that was the
gonna go-
intro to looking back
I'm
at
gonna go
what's
check
happening
on
now.
Dad.
Okay.
Because if I know no one else is here, it's I gotta go check on Dad. I don't know who else I would
Okay.
check on.
Okay, sounds good. As you leave this temple, walking out onto the very gothic city of Reclam, looking up at the moon, you can see the moon starting to shift to that red color, like essentially becoming a blood moon on the 6th day of the Days of Blood. Looking at it and how red it is, you realize you're just several hours away from the first day. The streets are quiet as most people inside of Reclam proper bear these times with a sense of reverence. There's been a lot of destruction, a lot of pain as the city has been destroyed and rebuilt over and over. There's also just a general fear from the people. Crime, murders. It seems to be on an all-time high. Something's just scratching the back of your head, Caliban, of something is going to be happening. You're not quite sure. Walking the quiet streets of Reclam. We cut over to one of the 6 temples of Helm here within Reclam. Music? Harpy.
Hello.
You sit at the back of this giant cathedral to Helm. A giant armored gauntlet with an eye, with the hands open and an eye at the center. Raised before you as you enter in to your meditative prayers. You hear a familiar voice, one of comfort, but one that still does, that still does just bring this sense of pain, not a like a heart pain, but physical pain. As you can remember the time that you had to fight Helm to enter into this order. You hear his voice. Are you ready? You know that these 6 days are going to be rough.
Oh, it wouldn't be fun if it were easy.
Thank you for convincing him to succumb. Losses here have been terrible. There's wave after wave after wave. These creatures just won't stop. His assistance has been very much so appreciated. And with gutter footing back, we'll send him back to you and allow him to help out where he needs to.
That'll be good.
Do well, my child. Something is off this day. I don't know what it is, but be vigilant.
I always am.
Your orders always amuses me. So you feel the connection break. You get this feeling looking up at the hand with the eye that he's still just watching you. You can hear footsteps approaching from behind.
I turn to see who it is.
There, you see High Inquisitor Alicia as she approaches, moving up several stairs, just a small little set of stairs that leads to the platform you're on. Upon reaching it, she kneels and bows reverently. Just coming to see if anybody else had returned yet.
Not yet.
Sorry to interrupt your worship and rituals.
Is that all? Just checking. Do you need something else, or?
You can see she's looking around this giant cathedral, high set walls, 80 feet up, beautiful steel, very sharp edged walls and pillars, adorned with the images of Helm and weaponry. You can tell she's looking around, surveying the area, and no, unfortunately not. She approaches, but takes her time, still scanning the area. Let me ask you, what is your earliest memory that you have of us?
That's a peculiar question. What brings that up?
I just need you to answer it.
Can I do an insight check on her?
Yeah.
Amazing, but we'll see. $14.
You can see there's she's tense. She's trying to figure out or ascertain information without giving anything away.
You look nervous. Did something happen?
I really just need you to answer this question right now, Harpy.
Why?
I can answer that as soon as you give me your answer.
My earliest memory
With me.
with you. Specifically. Damn, what would be my earliest memory with her? How long
You
have I
tell
known
me.
this girl?
This is ever since you've been in the Praetorian Guard.
Okay. Oh, let's see. Probably that job. Do you remember? Well, maybe you don't. Maybe that's why you're asking. We were out tracking down some missing people. Came across a real bad nest of, ironically, all things considered. You did well that day. Didn't die, so that's good.
Did we find the people?
Technically.
Do you remember how many survived?
Ooh.
You see this tension release from her shoulders. She takes a few more steps forward and quickly embraces you in a hug. Oh, okay.
Hey.
I was worried. I was.
Hey, whoa. What is going on?
Shh, dude, I need you to keep your voice down.
I hug her back so that we can whisper in each other's ears very quietly.
Got word of an operation that was happening. I managed to find two of their members. I know Caliban already had someone he was talking to. I decided just to follow them. About an hour ago, I saw three of them walk in here. Just had to make sure it was you.
Hey, DM, was I here an hour ago?
Yeah. You've just been back here.
Did I see anybody come in?
You haven't seen anyone come in. I mean, you're at the back of the temple. There's rooms that you have to go through to get to here. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
They seem to be carrying someone with them. I don't know who it was. Seemed very, very young.
You stick with me. We're gonna search the place. See if they're still here.
That's good.
We search the temple.
Takes off. There's kind of this rain cloak. There you see this dark, black plate armor. It's not bulky or heavy, but it's there. And so there's a skull on the chest, symbol of the three-headed dragon on the pauldron. As she begins following you. How are you doing this?
I'm gonna search the temple. I'm gonna go through all the rooms and look through all the hiding places that I presume I know about all the good hiding places here. I'm gonna check for anything out of place as well, anything that's been disturbed or
Okay, roll perception check for me.
anything like that. Hang on. If only my perception was better.
Or you
I'm
can roll
not the
investigation.
brains.
You can do investigation also if you want.
Uh,
I'd give you the
that's
help
worse.
action.
So we're gonna do
I'm not there.
perception.
Okay.
We'll do perception. Look, I hit things real hard, and with a great deal of accuracy. That's. Oh yeah, I can just do what? Check perception.
Nice.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Natural 20.
As you begin going from room to room, you find squires moving about, initiates in the ranks of Helm. These are very much like friars, um, moving about, carrying books and scrolls, studying, learning, offering their own prayers. You don't see anything quite out of the ordinary immediately. You do see the head of this temple, um, um, Asterno, or they call him Father Asterno, as he is this. Yep, good job. Like probably in his 40s. Head is completely shaved bald, and there's Celestine runes that have been tattooed all over his head and on his hands. Wearing this very large black robe, covers his body, and arms are, has like the sleeves that you put the arms both in. Symbol of Helm on the chest as he walks up to you as you're searching about with Alicia. Hello, Greater Harpy. It is. I didn't know that you were still here. It's a pleasure to have you at the temple this day. You seem rather uh, tired. Isn't quite the. Is everything okay?
We're just checking for anything out of place. Have you noticed anyone who's not supposed to be here? Or you weren't expecting other than me?
There are those that come seeking extra prayers as the days of blood approaches. Um, Many newcomers to the temple come in and out. I've been trying to keep eye on all of them. I don't know if I've seen any quite out of the ordinary.
Did you see a group of 3 arrive, possibly with carrying something or someone?
Um, you see, he's thinking, and you can see the light bulb. I did, yes, I did see uh, 3 members of,
Mm-hmm.
well, 3 of our members enter in together. They seem to be carrying a crate of supplies. I didn't think anything of it, as weaponry is brought in and out all the time.
I'm just checking up on it. You can never be too careful, especially today. Where
It's
would I
true.
find them?
They went down to the armory. Raider. They
All right.
probably
Keep an eye out.
over a half an hour or so ago.
I look over at Alicia to see if that matches up time-wise.
She gives a nod.
All right. We're gonna go check it out. Do you see anything out of place? Raise the alarm.
Of course, Praetor, he bows. He even he walks off to the side and begins talking to some other clerics of Helm as you lead Alicia over to the western side of the temple. There's a a very solid wooden door that you open up that leads down this marble staircase leading down to the armory. Um, Opening the wooden door, there's another. It's gated off. There's another another gated door there. You can see that the lock has been broken on it and it's sitting slightly ajar.
I'm gonna, before we go in, I'll send a message over to Caliban with the sending stone, just like, hey, I'm checking out some suspicious movement in the Helm Armory. The lockdown here is broken, so something's up. And then I head in with Alicia. I've also have my battle axe drawn at that point. I'm like,
Right. So you begin walking down the marble staircase. Your footsteps, with each step, kind of echoing down the chamber. Just begin round the final bend. You can the lights are gone. There's some torches illuminating light, and you can see the shadow of a person. Can't see them yet. They can't see you. But you can see their shadow shooting off and moving up a couple of the steps.
like they're coming towards us?
No, not that they're moving, but you can just see. They look like they're stationary, but you can just see their shadow.
Gotcha. I stop and listen to see if I can hear anything.
Roll perception check.
Hooray. Natural one.
No, you're not
I've
supposed
gone
to be
deaf.
rolling those. You need to not do that. Don't take it back.
Okay,
No,
1, 2,
take it
3.
back.
Okay, that's fine.
I
Then we
got
have
it.
to leave it.
I got a nat 20 last time.
You you could you hear the sound of the flame flickering. You hear this. Sounds like someone, definitely a mouth breather. Can't see them yet.
They're just
And-
breathing.
Yeah, you just hear them
Okay.
breathing. Yeah, rather loudly, but that's about it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna not make my presence super obviously known as I continue down, but I will eventually be in view of them and be able to see them at this point, but I'm gonna slow down to gradually get them into view to see what's going on here.
Rounding the last little bit of the staircase, stepping off, you see it's another gate, I should say, that leads into a hallway. At the end of the hallway, there's another solid wooden door, and you know that the armory is on the other side of that. Standing as a guard there, you see this black-robed priest. They're just the two torches off to the sides that are flickering. He is also shaved bald and has several holy symbols tattooed onto his head. Not near as many as Asterno, but you can see he's standing there. You can tell he's of lower rank. But he's there, and there's this look of surprise as you come by, as he gives you a bow. To what pleasure do we have of having one of the Praetorian Guard here, Adam? And what the High Inquisitor? Oh my, is everything okay?
Hey DM, do I recognize this guy?
You've seen him.
Okay, he's been
Yeah.
around.
He's been around.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't exactly call this visit much of a pleasure. Who were the last people to come through here?
Just two other lowly priests that were just bringing in supplies.
Who?
Yes, two.
You sure about that?
Yeah, yes.
What kind of supplies do they
believe-
have with them?
He reaches over on the ground and picks up a dusty leather book. Well, that's not really dusty. You can just see it's worn. And flips it over. It looks like a ledger. And, looks like they had several supplies of adamantine shields that they were carrying. It says it was Fardrick and Nebel. They are
They still in there?
they had quite a supply. Making room, taking inventory, doing what they are, making sure that all the numbers are what they need to be.
Mm-hmm. I wanna vibe check this guy.
Okay.
Harpy's just real mad suspicious of everything right now.
Mhm.
6!
He seems to be intimidated being in the presence of a member of the Praetorian Guard.
Alright.
If you need them, I can go in and get them for you.
No, that's alright. I'll find them. Alicia's gonna keep you company for a minute.
Alrighty.
Don't worry,
Well,
I
you
know
don't
my
really
way
do.
around.
You don't need to find them. You could just stay here when they are when they
Why don't you want
are
me to go
finished.
in there?
Someone of your station doesn't.
What don't
Does
you want me to find?
He's starting to get a little tense.
Uh-huh.
He lets out a sigh. He bows. I'm so sorry. They asked me to stand guard. It is not right to lie to one of Helm's chosen, one of the Praetorian.
It
It
is
goes
not.
against. It is not. Several of the lower priests here have been trying to make some extra coin, selling off armaments that need to stay with the church. I'm sure that they are just rearranging things so that way those items which have been taken out will not be immediately noticed. I understand the
I
gravity
see.
of this and ask for your forgiveness.
Oh, I am not known for my forgiveness.
I understand, and I know.
Alicia, would you do you have cuffs on you that we can just keep?
She gives a nod as she
I'm
pulls out some.
because now. Listen, now that you lied to me once, I can't believe a dang thing you have to say. Come on,
What
you gotta
might
know
I
what
do?
that means.
What might I do to make this up to you?
Well, first you're gonna sit tight here while I go find out what's really going on.
Alicia starts to move forward with the handcuffs. I don't think I can do that. Been
Oh.
asked to stay here and make sure no one enters in as they're doing their job. We'll accept.
And if you prevent me from doing my job, I will make sure you are out of the way.
Takes a step back. That isn't. I understand the gravity of my sin, but threatening those that are within the order, I don't think that is even coming from the top. I don't.
Well, that was in fact your last chance.
But
I'm gonna attack him.
He puts his hands up. Sticks them
I am
out.
attacking him anyway. That was his
Okay.
last chance, past tense.
Okay.
Let me see if I remember how to do this. What was my battle axe called? Weapon of certain death.
You'd probably just do
If
weapons.
if you do exclamation attack, it'll show you a list of the attacks with your weapons and stuff.
Gets a lot.
Hang on. It's not loaded on my side. I can't see what my options are.
Oh. It's
Yeah,
a two-handed
I'm just looking at-
weapon of certain death battle axe if you're looking for the axe.
Which number do I?
2, I think.
2! Oh, good. Here it is. Yay. Okay. Oh, there's my actions. Okay, fine. Well, let's see if I can remember how to attack. Attack. Two-handed weapon of certain death.
Now hit the
There we
number
go.
2.
2.
Now hit the number 2. That's a 17 to
Okay.
hit.
As you go to swing in your battle axe, he ducks down as you slice off part of, just like kind of nicking just the very top of its head. Just a little piece of skin shears straight off. Slam into the wall. Roll initiative for me.
Right.
Alrighty. As and Alicia, wonderful. This priest stands back up as you're pulling the axe back, getting ready to hit again. Backs against the cage. We don't need to do that. Sure, you can arrest me if you want. Just need to know one thing. Can you just answer one thing for me?
What's your question, kid?
Do you happen to know what time it is?
I'm not answering his question. I just laugh at him.
You watch as he, where he is, turns into just puff of smoke, and you see him on the other side of that gate, dangling a pair of keys. Well, let's hope you have enough time then. As you start to hear some screaming coming from behind the door as he runs to the door. That's his turn. You're up.
Let's see here. This gate.
Don't you have
How-
Misty Step?
I do. Let me check my spells here to see how this one works. Oh, good. Hey, how far away is that door?
The door that he's running to
Yeah.
is 60 feet away. But from you, it'd be about 70.
Oh, great.
65.
Great. Oh, yeah. Let's see if I have time to cast Dimension Door and have Alicia and me walk through it into the other side of that door.
Okay. Let
Took
me
me about 6
change your
seconds.
music. Okay, just 1 second. All right, he's going to cast Counterspell. All right, Dimension Door is a what level spell? 4th?
I was going to say, well, it is in fact 5th level.
Oh, 5th
Oh,
level.
wait.
Okay.
I was looking at it at 5th level, but it technically was. Wait, what
It
is it?
cast
Fourth.
it at 4th.
And cast that.
It
fourth.
cast it at 4th. Okay, I was looking at it in 5th level, but it's 4th level, I guess.
Okay,
That's-
4th level. Wonderful. Okay, so he needs to roll A 14. Okay, that is a 17 on the die. As you get ready to jump through, you can feel yourself being pulled through as the spell fades out. He just waves a finger like,
You're going to regret this. Let's see. What bonus actions do I have? Beep, boop, boop, boop. Bonus actions. I don't have any relevant bonus actions unless I can use a bonus action to try and break the lock.
you've used your attack, so.
Yeah. I know.
Alicia steps up, rattles the gate, and you watch as he pulls out some tools and begins trying to pick the lock. All right, the 19 on the die. Takes her a few seconds before you hear the snap of the lock and the gate opens up. And she nods at you. And she runs her 30 feet in. All right.
Excellent.
It's priest's turn. Makes it to the door. Sees he takes out the keys and unlocks it. Opens it up. As he opens it up, you can see where the armory should be. It's been completely cleared out. Instead, you see it's a marble room, and you see this black altar that has been set at the center of it. You can see two of the what looks like priests of Helm standing on both sides, like the head and foot of the altar. You can see they seem to be doing some sort of chanting, as they have several canters full of smoke that they're swinging around. On the table, it causes you to blink twice, as you're pretty sure you see Wyvern tied up. And as the door is opening, the one priest that is running and pulls out. You can see him just pull out this black vial. You heard of this? Well, see how your little one does with it. As he slams the door behind him. You just continue hearing screams. And you can definitely tell it was Wyvern's voice. Alright, you're up.
Well, did I hear him lock that door?
Nope, you didn't hear him lock it. He just shut it.
Great. And how far away is that door?
60 feet.
Let's see here. What's my movement? Ah! 30 feet. Accept. Hang on, let me see. I have to find the right thing here. Oh. Good. This is a bonus action. I activate my Avenging Angel form and fly through the door. Probably can open pretty easily if you didn't lock it.
Yeah.
And I have 60 feet of flying if I have my Avenging Angel thing. And then I also have a Frightful Aura that will become relevant when my enemy starts their turn.
Huh. You fly up, you get to the door, throwing it open. You can see him standing there starting to uncork the vial. Wyvern looks terrified as she's bound to this altar, and her eyes get wide, and she...
Wyvern is my son, actually.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. You're right. I mixed that up. That's why. Yeah, as he is screaming, Mom, help! Awesome. Okay.
Hey, I'm attacking.
Okay. No one's within 5 feet. They're like, it's probably like another
How
10
far
feet
through the
into.
door did he get?
You got
All right,
like past the door, another 10 feet.
fine. I can still attack him. I have spells. Let's see. I was hoping I could just hit him. Mm. Sorry, I wasn't expecting to have to use a spell to attack him. I like hitting things. Mm. I have no ranged attacks.
Oh.
I am
None.
a
Can you, like,
close
throw?
range fighter. I could throw something.
Yeah, you can throw
Alicia,
it.
get over here. I'm gonna throw you.
It's an
Can I
improvised
have brought
weapon,
her
right?
with me? Can I
Okay,
have
you hold
brought
it.
her with me and throw her? Like when I
You
flew
can.
with them, I could just grab her.
You can hold your action, and when she catches up to you, you can pick her up and chuck her if you want to. Is that what you're doing? Kaz, like, she just starts running up. She runs up as close. You grab onto her.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I just launch her directly at the guy standing over my son.
Okay. Roll an attack.
Sweet. It was just improvised weapon.
Yeah.
I'm improvising with this woman. I'm just throwing her.
Isn't she technically another Praetorian?
Nah, she's a
Not,
sidekick.
I don't know
not
what
at
just
this point.
happened.
She's Robin.
I don't know how to do this. Apparently, attack.
I can look up improvised weapon.
What, unarmed or?
Yeah, just do it unarmed.
Yeah, it gave me weird options for improvise. Okay. Unarmed strike. 26.
As you pick her up and chuck her, she like flung through there. She slams into the priest that was at the gate, tumbling. Let's see. Okay, yeah. As he falls, she falls on top of him. He slams his head against the altar. His hand falls, letting go of the vial as it spins in the air and slams onto the ground as that black liquid is there now.
Did the vial break or is it just still contained?
Yeah, it broke. It broke. You hear the the priest curse. Alicia uses her movement to stand up, and she picks up
If
the.
he's starting his turn, or this
It's Alicia's turn.
whoever this is.
Oh,
Alicia's turn.
yeah.
Okay, I thought you said the
Yeah.
priest. My bad.
Oh well, yeah. He's cursing, but Alicia picks him up, gets right up in his face, and just smacks his head against the altar again, as he seems to get really dizzy in the head. All right, now it's his turn.
All right. He must succeed a wisdom saving throw. Well, let me try and figure out the DC for that. I don't know what it is.
Is this for your Order of Fear?
This is my avenging angel of aura.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Not sure what that.
Maybe it's my spell save.
It probably is.
Okay, it's a 17 then. Wisdom.
Awesome. Okay. Oh, that's a natural one.
Ha 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 ha! Let's see. He's definitely frightened. Oop. Enemy starts frightened for 1 minute or until it takes any damage, but he's frightened right now.
Sounds good.
And any attack rolls against him while he's frightened have advantage.
Oh, lovely. As his head is coming back to you from having it slammed against the table, Alicia lets go of him. He slides back onto the ground and he crawls facing towards you. You all could have just let this go by so much easier. You could have been off. You didn't have to die in here. You see him smile and he looks past you, Harpy. And as you can see, he's looking at something as you and Alicia turn behind and you see Father Astro there as he's shutting the gate and locking it again. Scratches his head. Oh. You all are. You see it like pulls out this little pocket watch. You're too late. Far too late. With that, we're gonna do a little cutscene. Hymnus,
Hello,
hello there.
General Kenobi. But that's not me right now.
Oh, there we go.
Behold, it is. It is I.
Oh, it's been a long day, Mount Celestia. Hymnus. 15 waves of eldritch creatures have been moving in. This is a hard battle that is going on here, Celestia. You stand around where there's several men that you took with you that have been pretty badly hurt. As you're tending to their wounds. One of them, a young boy, can't be older than 14. Very skilled, and as a fighter, has moved up the ranks quite quickly. Just looks up to you. I really appreciate what you've done for me. I don't know. Are we really going to be able to hold them back? They come in the thousands each time.
Well, I can't really. I'm not precognizant or anything. But here's what I do know. And I'll like poke him in the sternum.
oh, yeah, there's a bruise there.
Oh, sorry. But I know that you all are doing quite well. And I also know that the gods, the various and many as they are helping us here. And that smarter people than I are working on fixing the problem at its source, while we, and I'll gesture towards the battlefield in general, work on the symptom. Now, to be fair, it is a big symptom and we're working on it. But I'm pretty sure that the gods have a handle on it. and that they're already working on plans to get things right.
Man, already done so much studying here about the gods, and to be here, it's beautiful, but I always just thought the gods could do whatever they wanted. If they could, why
Look,
haven't they just closed these portals?
well, now, look, there's a bunch of theology and whatever in it. And sure, gods are crazy powerful. Crazy, crazy powerful. And they can do lots of stuff that normal folk can't do. Part of that comes from people believing in them. Part of that just comes from who they are. Now, I'm not a god, so I don't know exactly all the mechanics of how it works. But like, I know they're crazy powerful. I don't know, though, that they can do all things. But they can do a lot. And I know that somehow that while I'm using the power of whichever god, while I'm using that power, weirdly enough, that doesn't diminish the power that they have available, even though I'm using their power. It's kind of weird. So the more followers they have, not only do they gain more power from that faith, but also from the channels that are available to them through those people.
If we die here, I mean, they always just said that, if you were valiant, good, you'd come here, but what happens to us if we die here?
Well, I don't know about that, but here's some conjecture for you. Are you here in your body or are you here in spirit?
Starts filling his arms. I feel like I'm hearing
I'll
both.
poke him again.
Yeah, I'm here.
Right. So, our souls, when our bodies die, say toots and go off shepherded by the god of death. And I haven't studied too much about judgment and how that works, but we go to the place that our souls most gravitate to. And we're just drawn there. And go on someplace that your soul doesn't like, that doesn't happen. Now, I don't know too much about the lower planes and all that, but if you die and you've been adherent to how this plane works, then your soul will end up here. And now, I don't know how discombobulated, but you might get a second chance at valor here. Which will be cool. Now, I don't know what happens after that. I've not asked. I'm not the person to ask. Maybe you can pray about it and see if you get an answer. But as for me right now, my job is making sure you, and you, and you, and you, and you, stay on your feet.
I appreciate that. You can see the three others have pulled out a necklace, and there's a symbol of a helm on one of them. The other one has Bahamut. The two of them, it's just kind of like a whole bunch of religious iconography mashed into one. You can tell they probably don't have a singular god that they worship, pray to.
Oh,
The four of them.
that's how Hymnus is. He has like a nice collection of all the good gods and some of the neutral gods, and maybe even a couple of them who might not be necessarily good, but as long as they're against the void, in this case, then that's all good with him.
Roll a religion check for me.
Religion? Ooh, we're doing D&D Beyond. I can just check it. Check religion. That's 19.
Okay.
You find out that one of your symbols isn't even a religious symbol, it's just a bottle cap.
A non-denominational symbol.
Yes. Everyone likes soda. I mean, seriously. Now, you might fight over which soda and how carbonated it should be. Personally, I like them flat. But
Alright, let's swing by.
the power of soda compels you.
Snap, crackle, pop!
I'm gonna make you say ah.
As you're giving a moment of reverence to them as they are praying, collectively all of you start to feel something off and strange. The two that are wearing the symbol of Helm, as they're holding on to it, silently muttering their prayers, let out just and you can see their hand is smoking just a little bit, and the symbol is turning a brighter red. It's just this feeling of uneasiness that's there, and you can feel several of the spirits or various angels that are gathered around simultaneously turn their heads around and look at you. Everyone seems to have this feeling that something's not quite right.
Now, I've not seen that often, but I
No.
have seen that occasionally. I don't think you two belong in this plane.
What do you mean by we don't belong in this?
I'm going to
We're not.
walk towards them. And I'll be like, why are you holding the wrong symbol?
We're not holding the wrong symbol. We worshippers of Helm. Something's wrong. He lives here, right? Around Celestia?
Look, I've seen symbols react like that before. And I might be stupid, but that tells me that you're using the wrong symbols for how you believe. Now, how about you two pull out the right ones right quick? Or, if my mother were here, she would have a bar of soap real handy for you males.
This is the only one. The only ones that we have. As they're looking at each other, really confused by your comments.
I'm gonna pull out my symbol of Helm.
It is also red. Starting to smoke a little bit.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna look at all my others.
It's a big key ring full of symbols.
None of the others are reacting this way.
Oh no.
I'm gonna look all around at various other Helmish things.
You see several of the angels that are around that have the symbols engraven on their swords or armor, or it's beginning to heat up also as they're tossing their weaponry on the ground. You hear several of them muttering, asking what's going on, what's happening.
I'm vaguely reminded of how how during 9/11 the police line did not work. That, I apologize, that tells me something is afoot. And I'm going to reach in my bag and yank out my magic carpet. Say, hop on, you all. Let's see what's up.
Okay.
And then
The
I'll try
four of them
and get
hop
a
on.
vantage.
Okay. You start flying up. You start to see several of little camps. You have various groups of angelic creatures. The ones that seem to be supporting or followers of Helm start to fall, seem weakened. They're on the ground. Seem like they're struggling to breathe, struggling to stand up. Start watching as the symbols or on the two fighters next begin now are just melting away and starting to drip.
BM, where is Helm himself expected to be?
He usually stays in his temple, which is at kind of like the base of Mount Celestia.
Because that's where we're going.
Okay, so we can fly.
Add a dash.
Okay, add a dash.
Which is only so it's a 60-foot dash.
Yep. What is your alignment?
Lawful good.
Okay.
Maybe
You're going
even
100.
Maybe even lawful stupid.
Yeah. Just 1 second. Because of your alignment, you're going 120.
Nice.
You can move much quicker.
Nice.
Through Celestia. Flying down, you see the stone staircase that you follow down to the cave that you know where Helm resides. You see the stone archway with Celestian runes, and it is cracked and broken. Pieces of it are missing. What languages do you speak?
Languages: Common, Deep Speech, Draconic, Dwarvish, and Telepathy.
Okay, so you can't tell what it says then.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go.
Should have picked Celestial. What? I thought I picked Celestial. Why didn't I? Huh.
Switch it out now or forever hold your peace.
Yeah, can I swap out my deep speech for Celestial? Because I
Absolutely,
could have
you can.
sworn I picked that.
Yep, you absolutely can. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that, because that should not be. Where are my languages? Okay. Oh, that's fixed.
Okay. As your eyes globe, just slightly looking at the symbols, you can tell it's a protective barrier preventing anyone that is evil or trying to do harm from entering in. But now that the barrier's been broken, bad
Well,
things.
I'm gonna go to the aid of Helm.
Okay. You fly in, zooming in. You get a little message over your
My
sending
comms.
stone from Caliban.
Across the
Sending you
plane. Nice.
about the situation. Continuing to fly in, the main door to Helm's Temple is blasted off of its hinges. Flying in, you come to this circular platform. These beautiful stained glass, giant stained glass windows all around the room, and you come in on this one of these eldritch entities that is probably like this 15-foot tall humanoid creature with several large tentacles coming out of its back, these giant arms that are claws. It doesn't really have a head, but you can just see eyes everywhere as it is screeching and yelling. You see this armored man, or it looks like the same armored man, 6 of them, as the creature slams down, shattering one into pieces, and that symbol of Helm begins to be destroyed even more. Roll initiative for me.
Alright, well, my initiative is side check initiative.
Okay.
13, but
Okay, so
that be upcast? Okay.
one, and okay. Okay, so Helm goes first. As you watch as all the remaining 5 versions of Helm, all in unity, dash from one side of this platform to the other, slicing into this void spawn that you've seen. You've seen these things come through the portal. They are terrifying, very difficult to take down. But each one, this holy light erupting from the blade, slicing in and cutting gashes into the creature that emit radiant energy that will not heal. As they dash across each new piece of helmet in a different spot, as the creature is slowly beginning to light or ignite from within.
Okay, cool.
Void Spawn, as one of the helms is going and slashing, you watch as its tentacle reaches around and grabs it by the foot and lifts it up and slams it against the platform. The platform shakes, rumbles as the other helms hold on for a second. It doesn't destroy it, but it's there. As you fly in, you're hovering. I don't know how high you would have your carpet.
Well, it depends on like there was the doorway and how narrow that bottlenecked us in.
You're probably like 5 feet off the ground.
Okay.
You hear the one of the soldiers that had been fighting with you, one that had just all the religious iconography. Well, this isn't good. Not good at all.
Melee, go! I'll support.
He gives a nod. As he watches, he pulls out his long sword. That's going to be a 27 to hit you, Drake.
Oh, lovely. 27 to hit me? Cool,
Yep.
I brought the wrong dudes. Okay, 27. Yes, that does hit me.
Okay, that's 10 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
He looks like he's ready to jump off, and turns and slices, hitting into your armor, not like cutting into you, hurting you. But you can feel the shock of it, and it hurts.
Minus 10.
Smiles, gives a little stretch. Well, I guess you get to see the fun parts of this. Wish we could have been here for the
I
entire
need
thing.
soap!
It's not very fun. The second member stands up, cracks his knuckles as he looks at you, and then looks over. I think the Void Spawn has Helm taken care of. Can't have you helping too much. He's gonna cast Fireball centered on all of them. On all of you. On the rug. So make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, okay. This is where stuff gets fun. That's Fireball. Cool. That is save Dex ADV.
Oh, nice. Wonderful. The other paladin and the fighter both succeed as they jump off of the carpet, landing 5 feet, rolling, standing up. You jump off, not getting hit as the carpet follows you, and the two people fall from that. Alrighty. Well, you can see one of them looks down, seems to have a watch on his wrist. I think should be starting here in about another 10 minutes. I don't know if that's enough time for you to get back to your friends. Let's hope that we can need enough time off here. Good, monsieur.
Okay, I'm straight up gonna go hard right off. Cool. I succeeded on the dex save. Brain is braining. Okay. How large is this platform?
Oh, this is... You have landed near the edge of it. It's like 60 feet across. It's a circular platform, so yeah.
Across. Is it that one? Yeah, 60 feet across. How meleeed is Helm?
Very meleeed.
Different question. How big is this void beast creature thing?
It's not the center of the platform. It's, it's considered a huge creature.
Um,
So it takes up 3x3.
3x3. That's larger.
So that's 15 feet across. 50 feet
15
wide.
feet across.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of.
Here's what I'm going to do. None of my guys are mages, or my guys. None of these turncoats are mages, right?
Doesn't appear like it. Well, like the one just didn't cast Firebolt, so some form, maybe an Eldritch Knight or.
Okay, so they probably have counterspell. That's fine. Straight up, I'm gonna cast 9th level. I'm gonna cast a 9th level spell right off. Let me double check how to upcast in Avray. Come on. Cast dash L. Yes. Dash L9. Conjure. If I could spell. Because I can spell, of course. Yes. Celestial. Oh, come on. I'm in the campaign. That's more than I... Oh, and does it go the other way around? Spell name arguments. Okay. 0. Cancel. Alright. Cast Conjure Celestial dash L9. Alright. So this is actually centered more where the helms are,
Okay.
but also on the Void Beast.
All right.
So the helms each are going to heal. Hang
48.
on. Yeah, 48 plus 4, because I do max healing.
Lovely.
Oh, I don't roll heals. It just is.
Lovely.
48 plus 4 to each of them,
Okay.
and then
Wait,
roll...
What level is that spell normally?
Normally it is 7th.
Oh, then they get not 48. They get like 72. Because you're casting it at a higher level.
Yeah, I upcast it, so that's 2 more
Yep.
D12. Yeah, so that's 6d12. Or 6 times 12, whatever that means.
That's a lot of healing.
Okay, that did not work.
Sometimes 6 is 72. If you're, yeah.
Fine. And then for the damage to the Void Beast, that would be 8d12 radiant on a dex save throw.
Alright. What's the DC?
DC is 18.
Oh, that's a fail.
I said I was going to support, and so I will.
Ah. What does this look like? Is it just this giant beam of energy that...
It's this giant beam of emerald green energy.
Okay. As it is just shooting down on them, the creature screams out as eyes begin to burst from this energy. You watch as the skin begins to burn and char as parts of tentacles begin falling off. As the inner light that was glowing within it already begins to glow larger and larger. You see the helms that are looking a little bent and beaten are starting to form back, looking better.
Also, hang on. There's one more feature that's important here. I heal the spell's level +2.
Oh, nice. Lovely. So 18.
Oh, Wait, that overmaxed.
No,
me.
sorry, 11. Oh, not times 2. Just a little plus 2. Yeah, okay. Okay. Cool.
Hang on. That overhealed me. That should not be. There we go.
Sweet. Alright. That's your turn?
You know what? Do I have any bonus actions? Let me double check here. Bonus. Ye- Yeah, that'll be my turn for now.
Cool. Okay. White Spawn is going to do a tentacle attack at you, because it is mad. That is
I'm in range. Cool.
You are. That's an 18 to hit.
Miss.
Okay. Sounds good. One of the fighters, who's actually a paladin, stands up. Gives you a nod, Hymnus, as pull out his great sword, just screams, walks over to one of the members of the society, and is going to attack him. Okay, 16, which misses. As he goes to bring it down, you can see the sword starting to erupt with radiant light as he's wanting to like smite this guy to the ground. The society's member dodges out of the side and uses that momentum to bring it up for a second attack. And that one hits. As it hits him in the side, radiant energy explodes, slicing through the member of the society. As he screams out in pain, backing up, looking hurt, but not quite dead yet. The 14-year-old boy joins in, running after the paladin, ducking underneath the second swing, going for the legs on the member of society. Okay, as he misses the member of society, catching his breath really quickly, jumps up, dodging between the two blades, swinging, and lands. The fighter, natural one, goes once again to swing, but his arm is caught by the other member of the society as he chops him off to the side. Helm continues on his attacks against this void spawn. Each of his 5 suits of armor goes dashing across, slicing away at it more and more. Void spawn.
I guess technically the effects happen at the end of their turn.
Okay.
They end their turn there.
Oh, gotcha. Good to know. Okay. As the void spawn is looking pretty rough now, it starts screaming, and you can see as this moat of power begins to form at the center of its main mouth. This thrumming energy begins to pick up, just this loud buzzing now, as this energy turns into this dark purple spike as it launches it towards Helm. Okay, that will hit him. Does he make his save?
How far away is Helm from me?
You have various pieces of Helm there. Any one of them is by you, like within 10 feet.
Okay. Do they count as individual targets, or how does that work?
Yeah, they can count as individual targets.
Okay, so it's not a shared target, and the one that's being aimed at isn't the one close to me?
No, it's one of this creature isn't facing towards you, so it's like facing the opposite side. You can just see it.
Okay. Let me know if he does attack the one that's close to me, or within 5 feet of me anyway.
Okay.
Because I do have a thing for that.
Okay. Let's roll the percentage die as it hits. This void energy, now almost like crystalline structure, shoots forward at a speed that Helm tries to block it with his great sword, nicking into it, but it slams into his chest. All right. With that, you feel that a burst of heat come from your symbol as the other helms break apart, and that one with the great sword is the last one standing.
Okay, that clearly did a lot.
Harpy, as you are standing there, getting ready to attack these people, roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
A wisdom save?
Yes.
Mm.
Natural 20
Nice.
for
You
31.
hear there's this. You suddenly feel weak. You're able to collect yourself again,
Yeah.
but something feels very wrong and off. The entire temple, there was this energy that was protecting it even in this strange room, and now there's just this darkness that's filling there. You can see on the robes of the, I use air quotes, priests, the symbol of Helm with the hand and the eye. The eyes seem to blink.
Can I send a message through the sending stone?
Absolutely. Let me just finish describing this to you.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought you had.
Oh, no, you're good. The eye blinks and then opens again, and you can see the eyeball split into two eyes, and those split into 4, 6, and then you start to see eyes within eyes within eyes within eyes. Something has gone terribly wrong. Now you can send your message.
Okay, I just send the message on like the open channel so that in case anyone had gotten back onto this plane, they'll receive it. Say, the temple's compromised, the clergy is compromised, I'm in the armory. Get down here now.
Who's here? Who hears that?
You do.
Probably just you.
Cool. Can I go there? You know.
Yeah,
Cool.
absolutely.
I think maybe I'll do. Yeah, I'll do that. I think I'll do that. I'll go help them. You know,
Sounds good.
maybe.
Sounds good. As you use the night, you look up, or you use the night to travel quickly, because, you know, you can.
Way of shadows.
Yes. The moon is seeming redder. The day of blood has begun. And it is too quiet outside. Astra!
Uh-huh.
Hi.
Hi.
Let's get
And back on to the next person. No.
Hi, Astra. Thanks you for coming.
Yes.
See you around.
All right.
Oh, come on. Astra, you have, through your abilities of what you look like and change and magical ways, been able to infiltrate the small cell of society members. Following them into the Feywilds. You've heard of their their plan are with them as they are heading to assassinate the Nacho King.
Oh. I love that he's the Nacho King now, like officially.
Oh,
Oh
absolutely.
my gosh, I completely spaced on that reference until just.
Nova!
What have I done? He's not joking.
Nacho Jesus!
There's only 3 other members of the society. It's a small group, small assassination group sent here. All wearing the brown cloaked hoods with the leather armor that they've been known to wear. They all are sitting around a table playing a hand of poker. So they keep looking at their watches, waiting for the time to strike. You guys know that you're just within the walls of the main council chamber. You can hear on the other side, it seems like Nova's entertaining a crowd. You can hear cheers of Faye and some boos as things are being said. Can't see any of the faces as they're all covered by the hoods. In low whispers, people are talking. Do you really think that we're gonna pull this off? I mean, the whole plan.
Well, what reason is there that it wouldn't work? I say in a gruff voice that I'm not going to try and do.
This is the largest strike that we've ever done. Stein thinks it's gonna work. I'm a little skeptical, but I know we'll take care of our part. But to kill a god? That's not any god. Helm of all gods. And then to actually do it, to actually pull Reclam into the void? Oh, it's all been set up for a while. I know they have the sacrifices, but it just seems like a lot.
DM, is this new information to me?
Yes, it is.
Cool. Sorry, I was double checking a spell. Well then, what is there to worry about if everything's all set?
You're right. You're right. Just on my nerves. If we don't take care of our part, I'd hate to see what Stein does to us.
Of course. Well, either we succeed or there's not much to worry about, is there?
There's a lot to worry about. I don't want to be turned into one of those things. Sounds rather painful.
I'm responding slower than the character is because I gotta take my notes.
Oh yeah, no, you're good.
Just long pause in the conversation that's so obvious. Well, I'm thinking of things to do. I guess I may as well insight check to see if this I don't know if this guy is truly worried or you know, how accurate this information is that he's giving me. Okay. Let's see if I remember. That's a 32.
You've
Try
been
and-
with this group for a while. Everything they've said so far has been honest. You can see his legs bouncing up and down. Seems to just be a little antsy in here waiting.
So, when we've got this all done, what's next for you?
Whatever the boss tells us.
Boss knows best.
Yeah.
No bigger dreams.
I bet I have bigger dreams. This is what I've been trying to do for several centuries. Bring down whatever this falsehood is, the lies. Set it up, set it straight.
Of course. Clear me trying to think of information to glean, although he's kind of just given me information. So who got put on sacrifice duty, or I say in probably a cooler way.
Well, not sure all of them. I know they got. I wanted to make it personal. Didn't let us know all of it, but he seemed to take a little pride knowing that he was going to hurt them. Oh. That monster got her kids. I got the one that we can never pin down. Young child. Whatever their names are. Oh, I think that matters, but said the other ones would be taken care of. 6 were needed. All of them close to home for them.
How and in a more better worded, what do our lucky sacrifices have in store then?
Wasn't given that part of the plan. Nothing good,
Sad.
though.
Guess we'll have to enjoy hearing about it later then.
If we do. If we do hear about it later, then we'll certainly enjoy it.
Can I, in this group, try and check my cover, so to speak? Like, do I notice any tells, anything like that they might be onto me?
Yeah, roll an insight check.
All right. That's another 32.
Okay. You're being really careful to not give anything away.
Mm-hmm.
Going through your mind, processing if there's any tells. None of them, you're looking at each of them, none of them seem to be tense. None of them seem to be treating you any differently than they have the entire time, and you've been pretty good at keeping an eye on them.
So either they haven't picked up on me or they're very good at bluffing.
One of the two.
And to my knowledge, it's just of the. Do they have a base here in the Fey Realm, or this group specifically came to the Fey Realm in order to do this?
Specifically came to the Fey Realm to do this.
And what do I know about their abilities? Or, like, do I know what classes they are, sort of a thing?
Yeah, two of them would be rogues, and another one is a sorcerer.
Cool. Would I have any knowledge of, for lack of a better term, like, level? Even if it's, hand wavy.
Yeah, hand wavy, like anywhere from like 10 to 15, probably.
Cool. All right. Did one of them say they like check to see, because we've got like 10? I don't know. That was in the other place. Okay. How long did the people I'm with announce a time, or how soon we're starting, or just we're?
They just keep checking their watches.
Do I have a watch? Because I've infiltrated this. Cool. I'm occasionally checking my watch as well.
Okay.
And
Yes. Just like that.
yes, I've just shape shifted my skin to look like a watch. No.
He's a talent.
Perfect. Sorry, I'm like, do I do something or do I wait a minute to do something? But I don't want them to get the jump on me. Oh, side note, DM.
Mhm.
I do have true sight up to 60 feet.
Oh, wonderful.
Does
Okay.
that change any of my information?
Nope.
Cool. Um, I'll ask about the. Well, have I got? Yeah, I just know that they're checking their watches. I don't know what time they're looking for.
Yep, they haven't said.
Okay. I'll just say we almost. It's almost time.
As you say that, the three of them shift their heads up from their cards. You can't see their faces. It's just black shadows.
Cool. I'll just
One of them
nod.
looks down at the watch. I don't know what time you're supposed to do your plan. We weren't given that information for each other. So where did you say you came from again?
Where did I say I came from? I don't remember telling you.
I don't think you did, actually.
No, I don't think you told me where you came from either. Quite rude, actually, but that's how it is in this. We are.
Keep things close to the chest, right?
Yes. Sorry, I'm just a little bit antsy. Trying to get this ready for things to kick off.
Indeed.
Like ante up or whatever you do in poker.
They like one of them looks at his cards. See him put in 2 small dark purple beads. I'll call you.
Ooh, void glass. I don't say that. This is player me going, oh.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong. Right. I just have actual money that I put in. I don't actually know how to play poker. I'm just drawing attention back to the game.
They all look down at their watch again, back towards you. You can hear a loud applause. I think they're probably ending soon.
Could I have, well, before this mission, used mind blink on myself? It lasts 24
Oh,
hours.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Let me just stick that in here. Yes. Oh. Realizing I should have checked if I had some kind of subtle spell. I don't know if that's available to wizards. That might be a sorcerer or something. Thing. I And there are 3 with me?
Yep.
So I'm gonna wait for the right moment, but I would like to cast banishment on all 3 of them.
Oh,
The
okay.
charisma save of 26.
Charisma save of 26.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just yeet them right out of their mission.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Getting up my other dice for this so I can
All right.
have multiple dice to do this.
And did I recognize their creature type? You said that they're
Humanoid.
just like. Okay. Well, I mean, like. Okay, gotcha. I'm just like they're like aberration or something.
Nope.
Okay, cool.
They're just humanoids. Okay, the 3 dice have been chosen. 26, you say?
26.
All right.
Charisma 26.
You watch. One of the next one in line in turn for the play, you know, for the game.
And I wait for a
goes-
moment where there seems to be a distraction.
Okay.
Just
Goes to push in some coins. You know why I love this game? You learn so much about people. You learn who's a good liar, who's not, what people are willing to do in order to achieve everything. As a loud cheer comes right from the side, and you can start hearing people get up from their seats, and the 3 of them look at their watches for a split second as you snap it. And the one that was saying that, you watch as he snaps out and away out of existence.
beautiful.
The next one, sorcerer, he has advantage on those. I forgot because yeah,
Alright.
sorcerer. Okay, even with advantage, gone.
Ah.
The third one. Pushes his coins forward. Looks, head turns as the other 2 disappear and moves his head back. The one with arcane blood. I was wondering if it was you. You know I've been looking for you for a while, right? Be careful
Henry's-
about your next moves.
She just says
And
go
this is one
fish.
of the quote-unquote rogues.
Yeah.
Cool. Hi. Well, I'm just yes. Double checking. I got all my spells pulled up, but I wasn't sure what I was doing, so probably some of them would have been different, but okay. Da-da-da-da. Concentration, so I can't do that. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, it does tell me how much it does right there. Cool. Do I have any insight as to well, he just succeeded on a charisma save.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to decide between, you know what? I will go ahead and. Oh yeah, that's also good. I'm gonna cast Shatter at 7th level on this guy. It's a 26 con save.
Okay, I'm gonna have you roll initiative for me.
Cool. Oh boy.
Oh no!
Guys, we really gotta roll better for the rest of these sessions, guys. Guys, no.
We got to get them out of the way now. Get the nat ones out of the way now.
Yes.
As you get ready to cast Shatter,
Mm-hmm.
let's see. All right, does a 23 hit?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Start moving your hand up, and you almost can't comprehend how fast he moves. He grabs onto your hand, slams it against the table, pulls out a knife from his side, and slams it through your hand, piercing it.
Ooh.
Yeah, piercing it into the table. No. You have arcane blood. Easy now. You wouldn't want your little snow pea, if that's what you call her, to be hurt without seeing her mother one last time, would you?
You're bad at research.
I don't care for names. I'm giving you the chance to get out of here right now. To leave. Go find your little one. You might even have time to say goodbye to your wife. Or you can just die. What do you choose? Leave the fates to me. You go home. Say your goodbyes. Or you see
Is
them
it
both die.
my turn?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't have you roll. I didn't roll damage for him. What's that? My bad.
Yeah, I was gonna
1 second.
ask.
So 15, 21, 24. So 24 points of damage. I need you to make a concentration check.
That's a save, right? Or no?
Yeah, Constitution save. Sorry. Yep.
I'm just double checking. Do I think I've got everything in bed. I was 24, so I had to beat a 12, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. It's your turn.
By the way, the spell I was casting, was that wasted or it was just totally stopped and I didn't even get
just hold. No, it wasn't wasted. It was just seeing
Okay.
if you got it off first. So
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Do. I was looking at so many fun spells and so I'm like, do I have that spell? Okay. I'm going to thanks for your patience.
all good.
While I look at there. Right. I'm not want to do a lot at once. 2. I'm gonna cast Sunburst. I think. Okay, yeah, it doesn't
Okay.
do anything special. I have to upcast it. It doesn't do anything. Just double checking myself. Alright, so that's a DC 26 con save.
Yeah. Oh, that's a fail.
All right. Okay, so that's 12d6 radiant damage.
Okay, roll that.
And we'll be blinded for 1 minute. Let's see. That's 55 radiant damage.
Nice. As the room emanates with light, he puts his hands up, trying to shield himself. Parts of his skin start to burn from the radiant energy as he screams out in pain. You can hear that someone's picked up on it from inside the council room.
Good for them.
With that,
And I have a movement too, right? I will
yep,
move my hand out of his knife, assuming that's,
yeah, you can take the knife out.
cool. Da-da-da-da-da. Double checking if I have anything good to do with the bonus action. Okay, yeah, I think I will just, I will move myself out of his immediate reach.
Okay.
Out of the reach of what I would know a rogue
Yep.
to have.
Uh-huh.
If there's anything special about that.
Nope.
And I will, if we're by a door or something, obviously that got notice. Would it? Let's see. I just want to add some noise for the attention and then move away from where the noise was.
Okay, start banging on the walls and move back out towards an escape route. Okay. Wonderful.
So, like, getting attention, but also moving away so that he's not going to triangulate where I am via the noise.
Sounds good. With that, Kane.
Yes.
Something. You're close. You're so close. The hallway behind you has dozens of men slain by your blade. The last door to this underground bunker sits in front of you. You look down at an intercepted message being decoded, knowing that this is the spot where one of them might be. You've been searching for them for so long. You've defended so many worlds from the society, all while trying to find the lost loved ones of your emperor. One of them is on the other side of that door. This is a chance. No one's found any of them since the first days of blood. You could be the first to find one or all of them. You hear a little bit of someone kind of shifting, not quite dead yet, and the body's trying to crawl its way away.
I grab him by the face, pick him up, and use him to smash through the door.
Walk over to him, lift him off the ground. His hands, his body, like his legs are broken, unable to move. Hands weak, gripping your hands, trying to pry your arm free, unsuccessful as you smash through. Roll an attack for me.
Okay. With my sword.
No, you're using him, you said, so.
So unarmed or improvised.
This would be improvised.
I added in. Oh, are you kidding me?
Ooh!
Oh,
Just drop him. The
Okay.
blood's too slippery. He
Okay.
slips from your hand.
Who,
Just start going.
who did it? Who pissed someone off?
Okay. Does he just pop and the door doesn't break? I'm like, oh, okay, whoops.
So, slams, explodes against your fist, continuing through, slamming, hitting into the doors. The door can see the dust move off the hinges. So, you think it hasn't done anything, but then falls to the ground. Inside, you see, looking in, you just see a pillar of moon. Well, what would be like moonlight, but just astral light. The center on the center, this dais. And there's just this small little note.
I pick up the note and see if I'm able to read it.
You hear a voice as you unfold it. It's like it's being read to you. Thanks for playing our game. Shield of Worlds. You've done a wonderful job protecting all the worlds that don't matter. We appreciate that you've been on this little goose chase hunting us down for quite some time, but all that time has been wasted. How is the Shield of Worlds going to protect the one world that matters most? You hear the sound of a clock striking the hour somewhere as it's echoing through. It's too late. It's begun.
DM,
The Days of Blood is
can
started.
Can I
what?
just go to the and what plane am I in right now?
You're in the astral plane.
Okay. I'd like to shift to the material plane. I switched out one of my items before my thing started.
Mhm.
So I have the Robe of Stars, which lets me just shift between
Okay.
the astral plane and the material plane.
Sounds good. As you shift back now at the palace of Reclam, the voice continues. The Days of Blood has begun. 6 days. 6 days of ruin for your city. 6 days. Blood. No more playing games. It all ends now. As you teleport back in, you suddenly get all of these messages flooding your brain from Caliban and Harpy telling you the situation that's happening.
Oh. I will hop on my magic carpet, and I will immediately start flying to the Temple of Helm.
Okay. You begin flying. You see the moon. It's darker than it should be for the first day. The smell of iron in the air. Something's not quite right. We've heard from Harpy. We've heard from Caliban. But no word from Astra or Hymus or Hymnus. There we go. Sorry. So sorry. That's where we'll end today's session.
Ah!
Hey, everyone.
Boy, howdy.
You all have to have lucky dice by next week. I'm not dealing
I would
with
like
this
to-
shit in a fight. Oh
I
my
would like to
gosh.
point out, I did roll several natural 20s as well, so it's not like all bad.
These are some of the worst rolls we've had in a session in a long time.